As with many good projects, things start at... Just had to get some extensions and deep well sockets. Has begun. It's about to get real. So we've got our engine sport bar. All the crap basically is out of the way. Next step right now is to pull the axle and then do the same with the other side. There's the flywheel. But yeah, and then we can separate the transmission from the bolts down there and then up top, and hopefully drop it without having some crazy issues. We'll find out. Okay, things that are a little crazy. That's the drive flange for the driver's side. So it used to be right there. I'm a little worried about dirt and crap getting in there, but it's out, and it should make it way easier to get the transmission out. So yeah, it's getting there. Alright, so this is the original reason I ended up doing this. That is the transmission without a throwout bearing, but this is the old throwout bearing. I don't know if it's any good or not. It's got some slop in it and it like squeaks when I shift, but I have a new one, so hopefully that'll work. I'm gonna get all this crap out of the housing first, just blow it out, but yeah, slap that on and pull the old clutch and flywheel off. Hopefully that should go smoothly. And then it looks like a dual mass flywheel, so I'm putting a single mass on there. And hopefully that'll be better. But we'll see. Alright, so under the car view here, taking the flywheel off, the old flywheel. That's my technique for jamming it so it doesn't spin. Doesn't really look like it's in the best condition though. It's been all rusty and crap. I haven't touched it or anything, and the surface looks pretty weird, like slipping or like heat spots or something. I don't know. I've never seen a flywheel before, so. But yeah, that's what I'm up to. Alright, so new revelation. The actual flywheel that I just took out was a Sachs, or I don't even know what brand it was. Single mass though, in steel, which is good. But it also means that what I'm doing right now with this ACT one's kind of a side grade. It's not, that wouldn't really be an upgrade. And if that's a Sachs kit I just pulled out, that's probably actually a better kit. But now I know what was in there, and that flywheel looks kind of crap. Like I'd probably have to get it resurfaced. But I'm gonna go to put this one in now. And then, yeah, try not to screw it up when I put the transmission back on. We'll see on that one. Yep. So, what you probably couldn't see there is one of those bolt holes is offset. So I put them all in and then realized that I couldn't get the last bolt in. But it's all good now. Yeah. So the pressure plate's about to go on. Yep. Pressure plate, clutch and flywheel. So, Mom, your little pin thing actually looks like it'll work. So, we're gonna give it a shot and see what happens. It's gonna pay for itself here in a little bit if it works. Alright, so that's one of the more ghetto things I've had to do on something critical. Tried this thing, it unfortunately tried to strip the bolt off, so I used this, but I had to grind off the end here and then attach it to this really expensive torque wrench, like so. Like so. Then obviously stop the flywheel with a crowbar on the ground, and then do one of these, you know, and like torque it there. But obviously I did the calculation to make sure that I was torquing it to the right spec. But yeah, I'm pretty ghetto, but it worked. Alright, so here's the next update. I pulled the passenger side drive flange off to try to get it back in easier. I try to get the transmission back in easier because it hung up a bit on the way out. So here's the flange. It's got a spring in it right here, so I've heard that's a little hard to get back in, but we're gonna go for it. And then the bolt that is holding that in is obviously not much, but the head on it, I don't know if I stripped it out or if it's not actually stripped, it's like partially stripped. Or if that was the previous owner. I think it was probably me trying to get it out, because I had to make a ghetto socket to get enough clearance to get through. You might not be able to see it, but I think it was pretty deep, so I had to clear. Yeah, I had to clear that hole. I don't know. It worked. This might be an adventure getting it back in, but hopefully it's easier than on the way out. And the struggle continues. I got the transmission up into the car. Now I have to get it aligned. And there's two dowel pins that do not want to be aligned. One of them is right there, and the other one's on the opposite side. It's really, really hard to get them both in at the same time. Oh, success. Hard part's done now. Now it's all just putting drive axles and crap back on. And filling transmission fluid again. But, yes. That's my ghetto transmission jack. I'll show you the other side too. Oh. So I just hooked this thing on a couple hooks down there and it held it level, and this was kind of my like angle control. And I had to screw with the angle of the engine a little bit too. But the other dowel is it's like back here somewhere. Holy crap. Whew, that was fun. Alright, another quick update. Transmission's in, starter's back in. Haven't torqued that down yet. I'm going to take the support bar off now because the transmission's all bolted up. The mounts are back in, dog bone mounts in, axles are back in. Yeah, at this point my whole body just kind of hurts and I want to stop, but I can't, so onwards. Okay, so I know I didn't record some of this stuff, like a lot of putting it back together, but it's done, and this is the first startup. I'm really hoping it actually works. Here we go. It starts, that's a good sign. A little reluctant to go into gear, which makes you think I just need to recalibrate the shifter. That's getting a little better. There's reverse. Okay. Oh, it worked. I can't see anything, but it's shifting, which is good. And there's actually no gear rattle, which is nice. The clutch engagement's really low. It actually feels a lot better than stock. I'm trying to be quick about clutch engagement too, because you're supposed to break it in for about 500 miles. Man, yeah, it feels completely different. We're going to the grocery store to buy ice cream. If you're curious, this is the kit that came in the car to begin with. And by that I mean the kit that came in the car when I bought it. It's definitely not stock. So, I say that a lot, by the way. I realized that when I was doing this video, I say so like every single time I start a video. But that's the flywheel surface, which is why I'm thinking it's not in the best shape. It just doesn't look good. I don't know if the video is going to catch that or not, but it's like there's a bunch of spots around here. Might be like hot spots. And there's, you know, a bunch of stuff here too. So, not sure if that's normal or not, but it definitely exists. In the video, when I said that this was a steel flywheel and that's a good thing, I was talking to the ACT vice president actually, and he was saying that on the specific car, like the Mk6 GTIs with the 6-speed transmission, if you have too light of a flywheel, it actually blow up 6th gear. So that's a good thing that this isn't light, I guess. I mean, it's lighter than stock, but not particularly light. And this is your Sachs, just clutch disc. It does, I don't know if it'll do it right now, but the springs are a little loose in here. Like this one's pretty loose. So I don't know if that's where I was getting some of my rattling from. But either case, I don't really know if that's a bad thing or if that's just a thing. Because again, I've never done this before, so this is just kind of what it is. But this clutch disc is a little weird compared to the one I put in, because there's no like little slots or anything to, I'd assume, either cool it or take clutch disc powder away. Like all this crap on my hands is just the powder from the disc. And this is the pressure plate. This side, I mean, it doesn't look as bad as the flywheel surface, but it definitely has some spots on it. Again, not really sure if that's a bad thing or not, but there. But yeah, if this is the actual kit that I'm thinking it is, somebody put a decent amount of money into this car before I got it. Anyway, this project is good. I'm glad I did it. I don't know if I'd do it again, but hopefully I won't have to. Yeah, oh, and the other good thing is there's no leaks or anything, like nothing. I cleaned up everything on the bottom of the car, and I've driven it, I think, like 350 miles, and nothing's leaking. Like nothing seems out of place. Nothing's falling off. My axles are still attached, so yeah, that's good.